I'd like to start our time off together this week with a quote. And this quote's from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And he went on to say, now keep in mind, this was over 200 years ago. He went on to say this: a single conversation across the table with a wise man is better than 10 years mere study of books. So, in our time together this week, this is going to be part two of last week's message around radical consistency and massive discipline. If we take this quote that I just shared with you, courtesy of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, and let's apply it in a sales-centric manner, then this quote's going to go on to say this: a single conversation across the table with one of your clients is better than 10 years mere study of books. Whether you're a sales leader or you're a sales professional, I'm going to ask you to think about, what are you learning from your clients? At this very moment, y'all have unparalleled amounts of information available to you, to the point where information is just no longer a competitive advantage. So let's focus in on, because I'm going to tie this all together in part two of my message around discipline and consistency, and the three things that I believe, if you double down on this year, will monumentally grow your sales results. I want us to collectively think together. Are you making your clients smarter, or are your clients making themselves smarter? So the question is, what's your growth plan? What is your growth plan this week? And let's think about it as together. I'm going to dedicate our time to a message. The message I heard was from this past Sunday's message with Pastor Craig Rochelle, and it ties in to discipline, it ties into consistency, and it ties into behavior. I'm going to read it as I was taking notes from it this morning. To quote Pastor Craig Rochelle, he goes on to say this: if you change your behavior but do not change your heart, the behavior will come back. If you change your behavior without changing your heart, the behavior will come back. I firmly believe this year, if you do these three things, you will monumentally increase your sales results. It's going to require you to change your behavior, but also change your heart. So y'all ready on this one? Grab a sheet of paper, follow along with me. They're going to become rapid fire at you, but they're going to be three simple, yet you must hold yourself with discipline, and you must be willing to change your behavior and your mindset. So here we go. Step number one in growing your sales results this year: create inseparable bonds and protect your clients. Build Fort Knox. Build a fortress around your client base, or somebody else will. I'm going to ask you to go high, wide, and deep inside your client base. I do know this: people move in, around, and out of your client base. One way to guarantee loyal clients is create unbreakable, heartfelt bonds. Step number one: create those ties. Create the ties that bind with your clients. I'm going to give you some things to think about that will help you create inseparable bonds with your clients. So when you're creating these ties, think about four things. Set specific and agreeable expectations. Continue to bring insight and fresh ideas. Nurture the relationships online as well, and smash those together with face-to-face. And bring intentional listening to the forefront. Go above and beyond and never break a promise. You must, and I mean you must, become obsessed with your clients, or somebody else will. So these inseparable bonds, high, wide, and deep, I want you to think of executive level management, mid-level management, lower level management, influencers, key users. Stretch your mind a little bit, whether you're a sales leader or a sales professional. The more people you know in your accounts, the more you'll grow. The more people you'll uncover, the more you learn from them, the more you will earn from them, the more that you can help them become better inside their place of employment. Here's step 2, drive new business. Simple, right? We all talk about driving new business, but many salespeople fail to capitalize on what sits close to home. And those are the people who reside in the networks of the people who you're already doing business with. You've heard me say this before. The more you know about your clients, the more you grow with your clients. This means opening up new relationships, new conversations, new sales opportunities. You're 1 degree of separation from your best sales opportunity, and it sits within your clients' networks. Commit, and I mean commit, to understanding who your clients are connected to as part of your sales growth plan. I'm a big believer in new business, but it should not come at the expense of your current clients. It should come right through your current clients, and it's how well you nurture, grow, and foster relationships inside your clients' networks. Point number 3 is I want you to think about leveraging social tools to target high value prospects. This year, listening is the new prospecting. Are you intentionally listening to the cues that your target accounts are leaving for you? See, to fuel new business growth, I want you to think about integrating social into some of your prospecting rhythms and rituals. Your clients and your future clients, they're on social right now. Pay attention to what they're posting. And the core foundation of this is blending social into your process. And this can be accomplished by doing 3 things. These are going to be real quick. Again, you have that piece of paper and a pen, jot these down. This year, I want you to build a personal value framework. What I mean by this is establish your credibility and create visibility within the marketplace online. I want you to listen and learn. Understand what your ideal clients are talking about. What's important to them? What's top of mind? And quite simply, but yet so difficult to consistently bring to the forefront, is engage in conversations. Join and start conversations. Move them from online to offline. You see, you must strategically, and I mean strategically, implement a well-targeted sales development growth plan. To quote the late, great Henry Ford, he went on to say this: "It has been my observation that most people get ahead during the time that others waste." You see, sales professionals don't waste their time. They value their time and focus it on the aforementioned 3 things, the 3 things that I talked about. So what I'd like for us to think about this week, and thank you for hanging out with me, is business growth is going to be critical this year to your sales health. It's combining the will do versus the can do. Combining the will do versus the can do. I'll leave you with a quote from Benjamin Franklin. He went on to say this: "Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning." Let's think about this week as we work on a plan around the 3 things I mentioned to monumentally increase your sales revenue. And I know that's what y'all want. I sincerely thank each and every one of you for helping me bring this message to the forefront. I'm on a mission to bring integrity, trust, and authenticity back into the sales profession. It's sorely lacking. Because I do know this: your clients and your future clients, they'd rather connect and do business with a sales professional who sells from the heart as opposed to one who is an empty suit. Have an amazing week.